and that was just our last clip of the Out and About in Dublin Pride for 2021. Back in the studio now, we're going to chat to Dublin-based poet Mark Ward.
Hey.
Hi, Mark.
How are you doing?
Welcome to Outhouse.
Thank you. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, is this your first time here?
No, I've been here many a time, but you have it done up lovely.
Yes,
Absolutely
yes,
gorgeous.
still advice for the evening. So, Mark, you're going to recite 3 of your original poems for this evening. Yeah, that's going to be amazing. We're super excited for that. The 3 poems, you just briefly explained them to me. They're 3 completely different kind of themes.
Yeah, I suppose they're all kind of queer poetry related, but one's about Greek myth, one's about kind of HIV in Dublin in the 90s, and one's about kind of the performative nature of kind of being gay and kind of in a straight world, I suppose.
Amazing. Okay. And do the poetry that you write, does it tend to be kind of based on your own lived experiences, or is it kind of like a cultural experience of
all kinds of things?
Yeah.
My own lived experience, pure fiction, news stories, paintings. I have a book on I'm working on a book of response poems of paintings by queer painters, so all
Amazing.
kinds of things.
Good. And what's your so you said the book is coming out soon?
Not that book. I have a book coming out in May 2022 with Salmon Poetry called Nightlight.
Amazing.
So that's my first collection coming out next year.
Oh, unreal. Oh god, that's exciting.
Yeah, super exciting.
Okay, and if people want to check out some of your works, what's the best way to do it? Kind of.
Yeah, I have personal website is a stintinyourspotlight.wordpress.com, and I have a queer poetry journal which takes submissions from all over the world called Impossible Archetype. We've just celebrated our 10th issue and 5 years, so you can find us on WordPress as well.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so you're gonna go and do your pieces
great.
now. Amazing. I'll grab that off you. Thank you so much.
This first poem is called Icarus Dreams of the Future. Icarus dreams of the future as he falls, flailing his featherless arms into his final microsleep. Those tiny ruptures that ruled him and made him appear reckless. The muscle memory pulled him up higher towards the unforgiving eye of the sun, burning off the glue holding him together. Daedalus is nowhere to be seen, and he falls, securing himself inside the dream world where everyone is aloft with wings, with ships, with strings and oars gliding through the air. He is not falling. He floats by what is possible and doesn't let the ground wake him. This next poem is based on a statistic I stumbled across on the internet. In 1992, there was roughly 75 people who were diagnosed with HIV/AIDS in Dublin. And this is called 1992. Dublin is a small city, and behind my eyelids I could see the 74 others who contracted it. The regulars slow faded, leaving behind a bar stool no one had the heart to take. We danced around the issue. Some burst through doors half mad and encephalitic, although we didn't know the words then, looking for their old bodies. Their windows were sheet metal, harder to break, and I played the historian, removed from it, free to document our world. In under a year, we were made legal, decades after our neighbors. This forced tolerance took ages to land. I wrote rough notes on the coasters about the men I refused to be part of. I lusted over stunning non-starters, a conversation I could not have. Those beautiful boys, untouchable, we all were. I wrote until closing time. This last poem is a response poem to a queer poet from the 70s called John Wieners, and it's called A Poem for Actors, and thank you for having me. The room is filled with light, our bodies heaving with air. We are present in a way no one understands the lives we flee from. Documenting impermanence is a form of strength. This palmed love is codified among the slats where we distill into performance, the lines alive, transformed, an utterance from the author's burden, the audience's expectation. What this means is our translucence, the utter destruction of days. For this is what we are made for. That moment of disappearance where we are done with pretending we are not the dawn, backlighting the empty stage, the applause. Now we are your disbelief, your pause at our encroaching night. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Mark. That was amazing. Next, we're going to go over to the mobile journalists and just check in with them and see what they've been up to around the city this evening.